Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy. We're here with Cole from Survivor Heroes vs. Healers vs. Hustlers.
Hi, Cole. Thanks for speaking with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Tell us how you were chosen to be on Survivor.
I was in a Chipotle in Hollywood, visiting a friend at the time, and a casting director came up to me and asked me if I wanted to be on the show. And from the rest is history from there.
Were you a fan of the show?
I used to be a fan of the show. I watched it with my family when I was younger, but the show was completely different in its early days than it is now.
So you're obviously in great physical shape. What else did you do to prepare yourself once you found out you were going to be on?
I'll be honest, I didn't do a lot to prepare myself. I wish I had prepared myself mentally for just how hard it would be when it came to food, but I did not know it was going to be that difficult.
How did you feel about being placed on the Healers tribe, and how do you think that impacted your game?
I feel like that was an accurate analysis of myself. I'm definitely a healer in my personal life. I don't see myself as any kind of hero, and I'm not hard enough working to be a hustler for sure. But being a part of the healer tribe and not losing until the merge definitely hurt myself.
So how did your relationship with Jessica affect your game?
For me at the time, I didn't see my relationship with her as a part of the game. That was a mistake that I separated the game from the relationship when it's always the game. The game is always going on. But it definitely hurt me in the long run, I think. And it probably hurt Jessica more than it hurt me.
And what happened with your relationship after the game?
Oh, we're still extremely close friends. We've hung out a lot with each other outside of the game. We talk to each other on a regular basis, but still just a friend zone right now. But the best relationships are built off of friendships, so we'll see.
Who did you have the most trouble dealing with on the merge tribe, and why?
Ben. Definitely Ben. He probably had the most problems with me from the Yawa tribe, and those problems, or at least the problems he had with me, carried over into the middle tribe. And I think Ben single-handedly was the reason I got voted out.
Did anyone talk strategy with you after Jessica left?
Yeah, Mike and Joe still talked regularly with me about strategy. Me and JP also had a plan to make a move at the next tribal council. He was going to throw the immunity challenge if it came down to just me and him to make sure that I stayed around, but it never came to that point.
Oh, wow. How did you feel about your overall edit in the game?
It was difficult sometimes, but for the most part, I feel that it was accurate. It would have been great if they had showed more of me being what I was, which was a supplier for the groups. Like, I caught fish all the time, every day for our whole tribe. I was always starting the fire. I was always cooking. But anything they showed, it wasn't not true. It all happened, for sure.
What did you see on TV that surprised you when you saw it?
I was surprised that I made Jessica cry. That made me feel really, really, really bad. I had no idea that sharing her secrets like that affected her that much on an emotional level. I felt really bad about that.
Were you surprised at how upset people were about your eating and telling their secrets?
Yeah, I didn't realize at the time that it was such a big deal with the eating. I knew that taking the peanut butter was a big deal, but I apologized for that, and I had been making jokes about it with the tribe, like, while we were still there. And as far as me eating the fish all to myself, I feel like that was a little inaccurate. I was catching them fish every day, and I just ate a fish to myself to replenish the energy since I was the only one fishing.
How long did you and Lauren compete in that last immunity challenge?
I want to say it was around 30 minutes. I can't remember exactly, but wow, Lauren did a great job. She was solid, rock solid.
And what was the hardest challenge you had out there?
That one was probably the most difficult. I felt really good in the 2 challenges ago that I won. That felt really good, but this squatting one, I slipped a disc in my back a few years ago, and it's always given me problems. That was really hard.
What would you say was your favorite challenge overall?
The one that I won. That felt really good. I was on top of the world.
Okay.
Did you have any idea Mike had an idol?
I did. I suspected it because I told Mike and Jess where to find that idol. And when I asked them about it, once I noticed that dirt had been dug, Jessica couldn't keep a straight face. I don't think she can lie to save her life. So she totally gave it away, and I knew that they had the idol.
What did you think he was trying to do at Tribal Council?
I honestly have no idea what Mike was trying to accomplish. He just kind of did his own thing, I think. He pulled out a fake idol for Joe, and he pulled out his own idol before the votes happened, which was unexpected. But, yeah, I think he was just trying to save himself, and maybe just did a sloppy job of doing it.
Oh, a fake idol. Wow. Was there anything else at Tribal Council discussed that was interesting that we didn't get to see? Jeff said there was chaos and it was a roller coaster, but we didn't really see that from watching.
Yeah, Mike's speech was a little longer. We call it the Statue of Liberty speech, well, at least when we're talking with each other. And it was a lot more involved. He called a lot of people out as being hypocrites, and he kind of ragged on the Knights of the Round Table, as they called themselves. He was trying to, I guess, draw votes to himself and take some of the heat off my back, which doesn't make any sense, though, because he still voted for me. So,
what criteria will you use to decide who you'll give the money to?
Whoever played the best game, hands down. As of right now, I think leaving the game, when I left, I think Ben is playing the best game.
Now, you talked about the previous injury with your back. Did you have any other injuries while you were out there or health issues after you got back?
No health issues when I got back. During Ponderosa, I did get dengue fever, which was a pretty rough couple of days. I felt really bad. And then, obviously, in the game, I passed out. So that was fun.
With that, did medical come out and attend to you? Or was it just Dr. Mike and Jessica looking after you?
No, Dr. Joe did come out and see me after Mike and Jessica had assessed me.
What did Dr. Joe say? What happened? What caused you to pass out?
He said I'm a big guy who has not eaten properly, and a mix of that and dehydration and low blood sugar and standing up too fast made me pass out. I'd been getting dizzy a lot standing up lately before that. And that last time I stood up, I felt it happening again, reached out to grab a tree, missed the tree, and I don't even remember anything after that.
Was there anything you wish had been shown about you that didn't make it on air?
Yeah, I guess it just shown more of the time that I spent building friendships with these people. I feel like I was actually really close with a lot of them, and most of them just voted me off because I was a physical threat. I feel like it didn't show some of my best qualities because I really am. I think I'm a really nice, considerate, caring person, but it just managed to show the couple moments where I was very selfish.
How has your view of yourself changed after this experience?
It definitely gave me some perspective. I'm definitely a little more self-aware that some of my actions sometimes do have serious impacts on other people, and just to be more aware of when I do something and how it'll affect someone.
So what's it been like watching with your friends and family?
Oh, it's been a blast. They always give me a tough time about it whenever I do anything like spill the peanut butter or fall flat on my face passing out. It was really fun watching the Thanksgiving episode because I was with my entire extended family, and they all got to watch me go home, which maybe it wasn't the best episode to have them all watch, but it was still a good time.
In your Ponderosa video, you talked about how you intended to go back and spend more time with your family. Have you been able to do that?
I have. I've been back home in Arkansas since the show was over. I've been helping my family out with some personal things, and it's been really good to be back here and be here for them.
Is there anything that you're having trouble letting go of? Anything that plays over in your mind?
Oh, yeah. I've lost some sleep originally when I got back, thinking about whether I'd hit that plate from the spaghetti. I could have had the idol all to myself, or if I had not told Joe where to find that idol, or if I had thrown the challenges on the Yahweh tribe and gotten rid of Ben and Lauren. I definitely replay those moments in my head.
So what do you consider your biggest challenge during the show?
The food, but also not just the food. It was probably the emotional difficulty of the show. You're just completely exhausted emotionally. You don't have anyone to trust or rely on 100%, and that takes its toll on you after a while.
What's next for you?
What is next? Right now I've been doing some freelance modeling, and I'll probably be going back and doing a lot of rock climbing guiding.
Well, Cole, thank you for sharing with us today, and good luck to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on. It was a blast.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.